Okay, so let's now talk about persistence on a Windows 10 application. So what I mean by persistence? What I mean by persistence is the ability of certain information to survive when the user closes the application. So there are two things that we are going to be covering in this persistence chapter. And the first one is app settings. The second one is SQLite. So we'll start providing our application with the ability of retrieving certain information that has been saved locally and do something with it. Let's start with app settings. So app settings should be used for small things to save small pieces of information that will help the application, your application, work the exact same way the user wants it to work. So for example, let's talk about a weather application. And in this weather application, the first time the user can set a default city to get the weather from and maybe change between Celsius or Fahrenheit degrees. Those settings should be able to survive different sessions. So when the user closes the application, those settings should still be there the next time the application launches. That's something the user expects. You don't expect to have to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius just because the default in the application is Fahrenheit. If you want it to be Celsius, you should just change it, and the application should remind that. When we talk about SQLite, we are talking about bigger databases. We are not just saving a couple of strings or a couple of bool values. We are saving lists that the user is creating. For example, in a contact list, which we've been building through this course, the user should be able, or the application should be able to retrieve all the contacts that the user has been added throughout the sessions. Another examples back in the weather app may be a list of favorite cities which the user may have, and if the user has 3 favorite cities, they should not be searching for the city. They should have just a list of these favorite cities saved and retrieved whenever the application launches again. The same goes maybe for a recipes application where the user may be able to add certain recipes to the favorites so they can be accessed without an internet connection. And of course, this list should be able to be retrieved immediately as the application launches, or at least when the user asks this list to be available. So, if you haven't started this course yet, if you aren't enrolled in this Windows 10 course yet, well, what are you waiting for? You have to be ready for the next Windows. So persistence is only one small chapter of the Windows 10 course that you can see on your screen. If you want to learn about SAML, if you want to learn about MVVM pattern on a Windows 10 app, if you want to learn about including Microsoft Azure on a Windows app, if you want to learn more about persistence, etc., etc., there are a lot of chapters in this course. Well, go ahead and paste that link into your browser and enjoy this course at a 98% discount, and this is only available until the 1st of March 2015. And start learning, start getting ready for the next Windows.